Welcome to Talk-No-Jutsu, and welcome to 2026. It feels like it's been a while since we talked. I feel like I went through all the character development arcs. I'm now a father of two. I changed jobs. I moved out of my old apartment. A lot's happened. But all good things. And one thing that's always stayed consistent is anime and manga. And one of the best is back. Dragon Ball has returned with multiple announcements. They just kind of hit rapid fire. They didn't say 1, 2, we got 4. 4 announcements that I'm aware of, mind you. Like, it's kind of like an ongoing news week. To my knowledge, we have Dragon Ball Super messages, 2 messages. I kind of got spoiled because, you know, thumbnails always be spoiling what's going on. Hey, that's the name of the game at this point. We got Dragon Ball Super Beerus. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna check that out. Moral Arc. Dragon Ball Super anime is returning and we're picking up with the Moral Arc. I do know about that. I am completely caught up on the manga, so we can have a little discussion about that, what that's gonna look like. And we got 2 game announcements as well too. We have Dragon Ball Sparking Zero news, which I kind of already played a little bit. I'm aware of the change with Mr. 100. We'll get into that and see if there's any other updates with Sparking Zero and a brand new game that I have no idea about. So we're gonna react, we're gonna talk, because Talk-No-Jutsu, and let's get right to it. We're gonna start with Dragon Ball Super Beerus. Let's see what this is about. Don't worry, no one's seen this. Okay. So they're doing the old movie? They're doing Battle of Gods? Is this a movie or is this a show? And are we giving it like this, the Broly superhero treatment? Yeah, the animation looks really good. It looks like we're getting the Dragon Ball Broly treatment. I just don't know how I feel about this. Okay. Like, this is the 3rd time now that we're retelling Beerus coming to Earth. And is this a show or a movie? I hope this is not the show. Because that means we're retelling this twice in show format when people have been waiting for the Moral Arc for a long time. Okay. This looks like the show stuff, though. Yeah, this just looks like we're retelling the show with with crispy, clean animation, and not what we got with the original show version. But then it's like we also have the original Battle of Gods movie. The Battle of Gods movie looked great. Like, this is obviously a step above, but I'm not seeing. Oh, okay, that looked kind of crazy. Okay, hold on. I was gonna say, like, I'm not really seeing that Broly level difference of like, oh, okay, we're different, but that one Beerus scene looked kind of cool. So we're probably just getting like extended action scenes. But it says Super Beerus. Like, is this a movie? Fall 2026. Google search. I need a Google search. Is it a movie?
We have technology.
Hold on. Pause, please. What does the comment section say? You've seen Battle of Gods, but now get ready for Battle of Gods, but cooler.
You should feel honored. All right.
Toei, this is the 3rd time you've shown Battle of Gods in class.
Sheen, this is the 7th week in a row you've shown Lord in class.
Miss Fowl. This one is different. This purple vengeance version with power fist and nuclear knees is in rare, never been seen condition, making it highly collectible.
Never been seen, huh?
So after a quick Google search, they are redoing the show episode for Battle of Gods Beerus. And it kind of looked like that because it looked like a lot of the scenes out of the TV show instead of the movie that they're redoing, like especially that Vegeta scene, the whole my Bulma, which is cool. It's just like, do we need this? Like, Dragon Ball Super already got a lot of flack for redoing Battle of Gods and Resurrection F in the Super anime. On top of like the filler episodes, it was just kind of like not what people wanted to see. Like, if we wanted to see that, just go watch the movie. It's in better quality, and maybe we can say this version of the TV show might be better quality than the original Battle of Gods movie, because that movie has come out a long time ago at this point. I believe it's been 10 years. I would have to check that. But it has been a while since that movie came out, so you could make the argument like, oh, this is a better version all around, because they said they're doing new dubbing, new animation, so probably extended fight scenes. I did notice that one Beerus scene looked a little different. So this is probably the best version of this we're gonna get, but it's not really exciting for Dragon Ball Super. Like, it's exciting for Dragon Ball collectors, like as far as like if you're building your collection for Dragon Ball Super, this is the most pristine version of this you will probably want it. Same, I did see when I was like Googling it, there was talks about Resurrection F going through the same treatment. Especially because like Resurrection F, they were messing around with like the 3D CGI that we eventually saw in Broly and then saw in Superheroes. A Resurrection F update might be pretty good, because that it really wasn't up to snuff with Frieza. There was some of that fight didn't look as good, but still, like, people, you know, the timeline is that, you know, we had a hiatus from the show once we got past Tournament Power. We had the Dragon Ball Superhero movie, we had the Broly movie, which people really liked. Unfortunately, Akira Toriyama passed away, and that resulted in the hiatus of the manga, rightfully so. And we ended after the Granola arc, which is right after the Moro arc. And people were kind of like, you know, begging for, you know, to have Super come back, let it adapt the new material. We did get Daima. Daima was like a nice detour. Like the way I kind of think of Daima is like one of the old Dragon Ball movies, where if I had to make a more accurate one-to-one with Daima, I would equate Daima to, for all my Naruto fans out there, Daima is the Naruto Power Special for Dragon Ball, where we just got like this Elseworld-esque story where, yes, it technically fits in the timeline, but that's why I kind of treat it like the movies, where it's like, yeah, you could fit this in the timeline, but things happen that never get addressed later in the show, because obviously this was made after the show was made. Obviously the animation's great. We got Super Saiyan 4 canonized, I guess, right? Like, that's something I have to look up too, as far as like Daima, because it's canon, but it happened before Super, and technically we never saw Super Saiyan 4 again in Super. I doubt they're gonna bring it back for the Granola arc, because we just got like the thing with Daima to make it canon is like you just gotta say Super Saiyan 4 is like some arbitrary number above 3 but below Super Saiyan God. So there's no technical reason for Goku to ever use that form, just like Super Saiyan 3 for Vegeta. I feel like Battle of Gods Remake is just not, yes, the anime is coming back, but are we saying that we're not, when we get the anime back, are we not getting straight to Moro? I hope not, right? Like, are we saying that we're gonna go through another case of Dragon Ball Super rehashing the movies? Like, are we gonna rehash Frieza, the Broly movie, Superhero? Like, that's a lot of content that they could decide to redo. And technically, we still have the superhero side content if we want to talk about, it's not filler because it's technically in the manga, but there is like side content with Trunks and Goten during the superhero arc that was not covered in the movie. So we could do that too. So it's just like more obstacles in the way before we get to what people really want. if they say it's like a quick little special, like we're not going to spend a lot of time on this, we just want to get it out there so the fans have it, and then we move on to the stuff that people want to see, then I'm all here for it. But let's get to the next one. So Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Super Moral Arc trailer. Let's go. Animation change again. Okay. Okay. All the Gokus. Uh-huh. Nice. Original Toriyama artwork. Beautiful. Probably superhero movie. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. And now we're moving on to, new stuff. Galactic Patrol. Oh my goodness, yes. We've been waiting for this. Looking good too. Nice art style. I mean, I want to see it animated. That's it, that's all. We're just saying, hey, we're doing it. It's happening. When is it happening? Do we not get a date on that?
But I want it now!
What's that? Oh, this is just the person's outro for the video. Wait a minute. But it says 2026. So it just says in 2026 is coming out. And hold up, I gotta pull up this Beerus shirt. So wait a minute. Oh no. We getting Beerus for 4? I think we are. Oh no. Super begins fall 2026. That's concerning. So them saying fall 2026, but not giving a date for the Moral Arc, or for Galactic. Technically it's Galactic Patrol Arc. So we might pad this out a little bit before we get to actual Moral stuff, but I don't know. I just don't like getting Beerus first, man. Like, Beerus should be its own side thing. I hope it's its own side thing. I hope the anime doesn't start with Beerus. I just don't want it.
I don't really want this.
Not like this. Not like this, you know. Let's get to the game. So let's get to the games. So we also got 2 game announcements.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
As well. Sparking Zero, which I kind of got a sneak peek with because before seeing the trailer, I just kind of heard that there was a new mode as Dragon Ball Sparking Zero with Mission 100. I've been playing it. I like it. It's something that should have been in the game in the first place, I feel like, because I feel like the game was trying so hard to be an FGC, esport competitive game at first, like with all the different tournaments that they were doing, that they were forgetting like Tenkaichi had a lot of different modes, Mission 100 being one of those modes. There was a lot of single player content in Tenkaichi originally. Yes, character roster size was always a big thing with Tenkaichi, and I'm glad that Sparking Zero nailed that, but I'm hoping that this new Sparking Zero trailer isn't just more characters. Like, personally, I feel like, before I watch this, is that Sparking Zero needs to focus on its content. It needs to put meat on bones with this content. They need to enhance this what if mode that they have with the story. We need more what if scenarios. We need more Gohan Black situations, because that was the best thing that came out of Sparking Zero. It's the only thing that people still talk about when it comes to like what was good about Sparking Zero. And we need to flesh that out. We need more. Like, they do it with Kakarot. Kakarot gets new releases every new story update, and yes, Sparking Zero kind of covers everything because you go all the way to Tournament Power, but that doesn't cover all the movie villains. It doesn't cover original Dragon Ball. We have characters from those time periods with the movies, with original Dragon Ball. Why are we not getting what if scenarios for that? Why are we not getting like these drops of content in that regard. Like, I feel like when we were getting characters, they should have been also giving other content outside of characters, whether it's costumes, maps, music, whatever. Like, we should have been getting more music from the show. We should have been getting... I feel like this is a game that's supposed to be celebrating Dragon Ball's history, but it just doesn't... It just said, here's a bunch of characters and that's it. And yes, there's a creator mode, but that's another thing, like, and that's another thing I want fleshed out. The creator mode, I feel like Sparking Zero should be the Mario Maker of Dragon Ball games. Why are we not getting more updates for that to make it not only more streamlined, but to give more options for combat? Whether it's editing the CPU, like with certain abilities and something like that. What if it's coming up with like different scenario, like just making a more fleshed out mode? I feel like the creator mode, it just warped into this, oh, you just have to fight an impossible opponent with no win con, and that's it. It just feels like a very stripped down creator mode. Like they were trying to go for like the Mario Maker angle, but they just didn't really commit to it. Like that's what it kind of feels like with Sparking Zero, is that I feel like this game didn't really, on the content side of things, it really wasn't committed to. Like they just said, here's a new character, here's a new character, here's a new character. And it's just like, we need more. We need more things. Like we need more variety of content, not just more content. Because I realize for somebody hearing this, when they talk about more characters, they're like, oh, well, that's content. It's like, no, but we need more variety of content. What is the point of buying costumes in the shop when there's no alternate costumes for most of the characters? Like, yes, Goku, I think Goku and Vegeta have probably the most costumes because of their different forms and all that stuff. But outside of like Goku and Vegeta and some of like the old Dragon Ball stuff, there's just characters that should have costumes that don't. Like, I miss the days of like having like all these different alternate outfits for characters. Like, why not, even if it's just different colored skins, like give us alternate versions of the characters. You already set up a shop to do this. Commit to the idea, see it through. Like, and we've seen other games do it, so I don't even want to hear it. Like, we've seen Smash Bros do it, where every time they release a character, sometimes a map, usually Mii costumes. Dragon Ball could do the same thing. Think about it. Every time we got released, they could have released a what if for specific characters, like movie villains or whatever. We could have gotten a what if scenario for that. We could have gotten alternate costumes for other characters to flesh them out, or music, or a map. We got the Demon Realm map from Daima, and that was great and all, but it's like we should have been getting more. There's more. Modders have been doing better with maps than the actual devs, and it's just, I don't get it. Dragon Ball is a plethora of content. We need to tap in, lock in. So I'm gonna shut up. I talk so much, but that's why it's called Talk-No-Jutsu.
Hey, that's the name of the show.
All right, let's get to this reaction for the new DLC for Sparking Zero. Look at all them characters. And it's a shame because Sparking Zero is such a good looking game too. It's so good looking. You got all this makeup on, but there's nothing underneath. It's so weird. New DLC. What? Wait. Is that a Team Ultimate? Super Saiyan Bardock? Okay. King Piccolo, sick. Super 17, yes, finally. Yes. Finally, Super 17. Heck yeah. Costumes, yes. New super attacks, yes. Things that aren't just characters. Yes, Gohan, yes! We got the other angle of that BoJack Ultimate. New stages! New modes! What? I saw Choppa! What? Guys, what did I say?
Damn, what is that, bro?
They told me to shut up. They said, shut up, we hear you. We heard y'all complaining. Here you go. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. They hit everything, right? They hit everything and more, right? So we got costumes. Yes. New maps. Yes. Characters. We knew we were getting characters, but new characters. Cool. Cool. I guess we did not see new what ifs. I think, wait, did we? That ending bit, they were like shooting everything at me. They're like, new characters, do this, do that, do that. I was like, oh my god. Like a kid at the candy store. Like, dude, take my money. PyCon, yes. Oh, hold on. And new team ultimates. So that means we could retroactively get team attacks for characters that we knew had them in the previous games, like back in Raging Blast 1, Raging Blast 2. We had these team attacks that we thought we were going to carry over to Sparking Zero because it's kind of similar. Like Sparking Zero is like a fusion of Tenkaichi and Raging Blast in a way. So it was kind of interesting that they chose not to include team ultimates, but now we're getting them. Awesome, good stuff. So we could retroactively get a lot of the team, and that's what I'm saying. Dragon Ball has all this content they could tap into. They don't even really got to do a whole lot. They just got to reuse their assets. Not saying everything should be reused assets. Obviously, have a little imagination, change it up a little bit. But I'm just saying you have a lot of source material to pull from. Y'all know what works. We could get Dr. Moo as well too. If we're doing Super 17, we could get Dr. Moo. Could get the Shadow Dragons. Maybe not all of them, but like Nova Shenron, Ice Shenron. We should be getting both of those, at least. If we get the other Shadow, I mean, Sparking Zero is kind of a game where like they're giving everybody spots. Like, if we get like Frieza Soldier, we can get the freaking Shadow Dragons. All right. We can even get those filler the filler general. I mean, GT is all filler, but you know what I mean. When they were looking for the Black Star Dragon Balls, that general that like controlled metal, before we got Baby, like we can get him. I'm down for that. Let me look at this roadmap real quick. All right, Winter Mission 100 free update. We're getting survival mode free update in the spring. So we're getting Mission 100. We already got it. We're playing it. It's cool. Survival mode, cool. So we're kind of getting like we are filling out the game like a Tenkaichi should be. These are modes that we had in the past that they just removed. That would have made the single player content so much better and so much of a variety. Not just for content, but just for playing. Like I feel like this game tried way too hard to be an FGC game. It tried too hard to be an esports at first. When there's way too much jank in this game, like Tenkaichi's always been a janky game. It's supposed to be a janky game because it's Dragon Ball. There's so much gimmicks and stuff. Like it's not Street Fighter, it's not Tekken. The game is supposed to be unbalanced, and when you try and make it an esport, it's just you're bringing a level of sweat, a level of try hard. Don't get me wrong, people want to get good at a game, get good at a game. I'm not knocking nobody for that. But there was so much corny stuff going on, like the flying up and down thing that they were doing in tournament, it just looked bad. Like stalling looked bad.
Oh my god. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck? Look at this again.
And like, yes, they kept patching the game to get rid of certain stuff, but it's just like overall, it just didn't look like a fun experience. It looked like Sparking Zero went from like this eye candy, darling experience, but it turned into like this sweat fest that people just didn't enjoy. It's not Dragon Ball. And then when you peel the layer, for single player content, it wasn't there. We had the Dragon Ball What If mode, which there was a couple cool ideas, but really Gohan Black was like the standout, like, whoa, we did not think about this. That's so cool. But he wasn't even a playable character. Why is Gohan Black at the game? Why are we doing this? Like, we're doing this thing from old fighting games where like the boss is not a playable character in this game. Like, we're in 2025, 2026. Like, we should be, if you have a boss in the game, unless it's like completely breaking game mechanics, which they weren't. It was just like Goku Black, but with Gohan. Why is he not a playable character? Why is he just not a skin? Like, I didn't get that. But I'm so glad that they're including these new modes that we've kind of already seen before. But maybe they'll add a new spin. But it just flushes out the Tenkaichi experience. Yeah, it's like Mission 100 is just like fighting characters with like certain themes to them, and they get certain perks as well too. It's challenging. It's not easy, which I'm glad. But it's just not exactly what we're looking for. I was kind of hoping that they would flesh out the custom mode. Like, I feel like the custom mode could be like Mario Maker but for Dragon Ball, and they just kind of, I think it's like a cool little gimmick, but like I don't think people are able to really do what they really want to do with it. And I like that survival mode in Mission 100 is free. Like, thank you for not charging for that, because I would not have bought that. So that's kind of it, right? Anything else? No, that was it. So I didn't really miss anything. Except for survival mode. Survival mode, huge. I'm glad it's coming in. I'm really more curious to see what DLC 2 is looking like. Also, I just want to see like how many more costumes are we getting? How many more maps are we getting? They should be getting at least a map per drop. Like, they should just steal Smash Bros. Game plan. Release a little handful of costumes and one map every drop. Do not give me a drop with no map or costumes. I don't want to see it. So overall, Sparking Zero, great news. I'm glad they really hit most of the bases I was looking for. We got a new game as well too. Dragon Ball's been swinging. They are swinging. They are trying. Let me look up this new game that they announced. Project 100, I think it's called. Hold on. Yes. Dragon Ball Project Age 1000. That is some Xenoverse coded title. All right, let's go. Whoa, I see Kakarot. I see Tenkaichi. I see a lot. Hold on. Raging Blast? Okay. Dragon Ball history. All right. What are we doing here? Toriyama artwork? Oh, game with Toriyama artwork is nice. That is nice. I don't know who that character is though. Who is this character? Who is this custom character? New game project, so it sounds like they just started the stream. Okay. We got moving? What's this music? Oh, Battle Sim? Okay. It's just kind of hard to gauge this because this is like it's a pre-made cutscene, so I need to see some in-game stuff. Like, what is this game doing? What is it about? Looks like he's in a training simulator. Someone stepped up to him. Frieza, Cell, Boo, Beerus. Alright, Goku. Yeah. Did you just channel Goku? I am now a Super Saiyan. Okay. What is this? Age 1000, 2027. Oh, 2 years from now. Or I guess a year from now. More information at Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2026. Scheduled April 18th. Oh, that was just... I don't know what that was. What was that? I don't know what this was. I mean, it's cool. It's new Dragon Ball, right? Unique Dragon Ball from Akira Toriyama. It seems like, but they didn't give anything. It was like there was like a scene with a custom looking character. No one we definitely seen in Dragon Ball, but it's using the Akira Toriyama original artwork. So I have no thoughts and feelings on that. Like I don't know. what that is. It felt very like the title is very Xenoverse-y. Is this like a updated Xenoverse? Like, is this like Project Game Age 1000 really Xenoverse 3? Who knows? It could be. Xenoverse 3 with new graphics is great because they're literally still updating Xenoverse 2. Still, the game's doing fantastic. So, yeah, I mean, I can't give thoughts on something that they revealed nothing outside of Akira Toriyama being attached to the project. Rest in peace to him. Okay, so to wrap this all up, because it's been a long video with technical difficulties, all this different stuff. Dragon Ball Super is returning 2026. We're getting a remake of Beerus. Did we ask for this? No. Are we getting it? Of course we are. It looks good, but we'll see. Thoughts reserved on that. Moral Arc is coming back. The Super anime will be continuing with the Moral Arc. I'm so excited for this. This is what we've been asking for. We want to get back to the manga. We don't really want to do detours anymore. Daimo is great. It was like a movie to me. Daimo is kind of like a movie. Is like Naruto, the Power Special for those who know ball. But I am so glad to get back to the manga. I think there's a lot of interesting concepts in the manga that we now get to finally cover and show to other people. So I'm very excited to get back to that. I just hope that we don't spend too much time recapping. I don't think Dragon Ball fans need to recap. We know what's happening. We've seen the Broly movie. We've seen Superhero. Bring us up to speed. I understand like the main concern might be catching up to the manga. Word is still out on that. If that's coming back, it is. It's on hiatus. It's not over. But we'll see. I just hope that we don't spend too much time. I just hope we don't repeat the mistakes of the first time Dragon Ball Super came out, where we spent a little too much time rehashing the movies. We've seen them. We know what happened. Let's move on. But other than that, I'm excited for the Dragon Ball Super news. I'm glad it's coming back. It's going to make 2026 an even more stacked year than it already is. Goodness gracious, dude. Now the games. I can't really talk about the new project game because didn't really give enough. I will be reacting to the Dragon Ball Showcase in April 18th, I believe it said. I'll look that up. I'm curious for it. I want to see it. I love Dragon Ball stuff. I want to see it. So whatever it reveals, if it's Xenoverse 3, codename Project Age 1000, cool. We'll see what that is. But the real news is Sparking Zero. They care about their game. We said, sir, may we have another? And they actually gave us another bowl of porridge. They answered the call. We've been asking for not more characters. We want costumes. We want maps. We want more content, more meat on the bones, if you will. And they have answered it. They have listened to us. They have listened to us kick and scream long enough. And we're finally getting it because this game is kind of dead. It has its fan base. I love the game. It is the game I go to after work to just play. Not online because I'm not sweating, but I always hop online just to play like the single player content. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is a very good looking representation of Dragon Ball that just has nothing underneath it. It has nothing under the hood. And I think they really need to flesh that out. And I think they are doing it. Stages is great. Characters is, we're kind of good on characters, but I'm glad we're getting the characters that we're getting. It's really more than everything else that comes with it. Costume, stages, new techniques. I didn't even think about that. Team Supers might be coming in. Alternate Supers. So we're kind of dipping into Raging Blast territory, where we're able to swap out techniques. Great stuff. New mode. So I don't know if they say new mode. I don't know if they mean that the Mission 100 that we already got in survival mode counts as the new mode, or if they're going to release a totally unique new mode in the new DLC. Because those are technically free updates. We are getting a new DLC. So I will definitely love to hear that. Mission 100. If it is just Mission 100 survival mode, those are good. They just have been in previous Tenkaichi games. So if you played it before, you know what you're getting. It's still good. It still fleshes out the game. But I am curious if we are getting a whole new unique mode, because I did see a map in there. It looked kind of like the what if maps, but I'm not sure. So I think there is something new in the works. So ears out for that. But overall, the Sparking Zero news is good. Thank you. I can come back to this game happy. I'm very curious for the future. Dragon Ball is looking fantastic. 2026 is looking fantastic. I'm glad to be back. Talk-No-Jutsu is back. We're talking. We're yapping this year. All right? We got all kinds of new stuff. We're talking about new Jujutsu. We're bringing back manga Sundays. All right? Well, bringing back like I ever did it because I was never consistent. But we're doing manga Sundays. We're going to be talking about all the different series I'm reading, and any series that you guys want me to read, we can talk about it. But we're going to be doing mainly discussion type videos, talking about manga, talking about anime, talking about video games. Hey, it's all here. But thanks for joining in. See you next time.